It's Ramsey Dewey over here at Animal MMA in Shanghai, China, and I got some questions about how to use spinning stuff in a fight. The spinning backfist, the spinning hook kick, meia lua, and compasson, all this other spinning stuff, right? A lot of people write it off as flashy, fancy stuff that will never work in a fight, and if it's not working for you, it's because you're not following these three principles: the setup, the angle, and the follow-through.
The fighter in the red trunks demonstrates all three of these principles perfectly with his spinning back fist knockout in this fight here. Notice how the fighter in the black shorts is advancing forward, meanwhile his opponent in the red shorts sidesteps, beginning his setup and creating an angle for his spinning back fist counter. And of course he follows through with another attack for good measure. But you'll notice the fighter in the red shorts ends his attack on the opposite side from where he began. This is very important to ensure that we have created the correct angle.
Either that, or number two, use spinning stuff as a counter. So let's go over that first thing, using spinning stuff offensively. So if I want to use a spinning attack on Tien, if I just go for it right in front of him, like, here it comes, wah, instinctively he brought his arm up to block it. He's going to move, he's going to counter, he's going to step back, he's going to duck, he's going to shoot from my legs. I will not hit him, like 99% of the time. If I just come with a big spinning attack, right there, he'll block it every time.
Wait a minute, you're not suggesting that the way this scene plays out in Bloodsport, where the dude just stands there with his hands down, is not the way normal humans react to large telegraph movements, are you?
So, we need a setup. Remember what Jack Dempsey said, it's not a setup unless your opponent is unbalanced. So we got to do something to essentially get his weight back on his heels. So we're, up on our toes, moving around, boxing, this sort of thing. A simple boxing combination, or a kickboxing combination. Something to get his focus up here in the front. Something to get him hand fighting and parrying and blocking and thinking about countering this way is what I need. Because I am going to step at an angle this way, and then bring up my counter. Did I just say counter? Bring up my spinning attack on the side. So let's do that on the other side. I've got my setup, okay? I create an angle with a step. I come in from the side. And these are just the first two steps. What's the third one? The follow-up. Follow up your spinning stuff with a straight punch with the opposite hand. Whether it's a spinning back fist, a spinning hook kick, or a spinning anything. Set up, throw something, get his focus up here. And especially if he starts attacking you with a straight punch as a counter, here, punch at me. So he punches, while his hands are open punching, Now we can attack with that spinning stuff. We're on the other side, he's punching back, I step, I attack from an angle, I come in from an angle right there.
We saw this principle at play when Paul Felder knocked out Danny Castillo at UFC 182. Notice how Felder uses his opponent's forward momentum during this combination as the setup, stepping off to the side, creating an angle, like a matador evading the charge of an oncoming bull by sidestepping.
Now we can use the same setup with spinning kicks. The spinning hook kick, for example. If I stand right in front of him once again and just throw it, it's very rare I'm going to hit him unless I'm ridiculously fast. Speed is not the most important thing. There's a finite limit to how fast you can be, but there's not a limit to how smart you can be. So, set up, I want him to throw a straight attack down the center or move straight down the center, okay? So I step at an angle, I bring out my spinning stuff from the side and I follow up with the opposite hand. Why? Why do we follow up? Because that spinning thing might not knock him out. It might. I might get that cool highlight reel, but chances are it might not. So after I throw this, boom. So without a partner, if I'm working with the camera right here, throw my boxing combination until he starts attacking in a linear fashion, straightforward, cut an angle, spinning, attack at the angle, and then follow through with a straight punch. Again. Okay? Now we could use the same setup with an arc kick, or spinning arc kick, or whatever you want to call that movement, crescent kick, armada, I don't care what your martial art calls it. I do some hand fighting, do some attacks up here, step to an angle, boom, boom, follow through right there. Now, the second method to use spinning stuff that works, that isn't just flashy nonsense, is as a counter. Especially if he is trying to do a spinning thing as a lead. So Tien, if you go for a spinning backfist, or you do one, right? Oh, right, that's the idea, that's what he wants. So do it again.
再做一遍。
Okay, so I'm going to rotate in the same direction he's going. So he rotates this way, right, over his right shoulder. So I rotate over my right shoulder. Boom. Or if he does a spinning back fist the other way, go ahead.
另一边，另一边。
So notice that still follows those same three principles. The setup, he sets it up for me with the spinning attack. 2, the angle here, do the spinning attack. Look at this angle I've got. Boom. And 3, the follow-up. Okay? So, I can't stress this enough. Or we can use the same thing with, really any spinning kick. Maybe he does a spinning back fist. Go ahead. Right. Spinning back fist. I step over here. Boom. Into the spinning hook kick. Right? So if I see it coming straight down the center again, go ahead. Right? We can counter with literally any spinning attack. Okay, now spinning attacks with level changes like we see in capoeira, like a or, you know, the dragon's tail sweep or any of this stuff. That's a little different because now we're dealing with another dimension, level changes. But as far as attacking the head with spinning stuff, again, set it up, make an angle, follow through. Or let him set it up for you. You do the spinning back fist. And then follow those same principles. The setup, the angle, the follow through. Let's do that on the other side. The setup, the angle, the follow through. We can use the same principle with catching kicks. There's a traditional Muay Thai technique, roughly translated to a giant spins the world or turns the earth. Your chin kick, I catch, I turn, boom, and I follow through with an elbow like this. So doing this up to speed, kick, okay. It's following the same principles. The setup, he's giving me the setup. Right, kick, and notice I step to an angle here. Kick, I step to an angle, I've created an angle, boom, and if he's still standing, follow through with something, okay? So we could use the same principle as something like a tornado kick. If I just throw spinning kicks in front of him like, here he comes, right? He won't let me hit him with these kicks. Absolutely not. So instead, set something up, make an angle, and then follow through. Thank you for watching. Now get out there and train.